This is Mexico, where the world's largest coke consumption takes place. Every year, a person consumes 800 liters of coke here, which amounts to as much coke as this tank. Here, coke has become so deeply ingrained in their culture that an elderly man suffering from type 2 diabetes has approached this woman so that she can pray to God for his recovery. Instead, she offers coke as prasad to this man, stating that it will cure him. Well, there have been numerous studies conducted that prove that in Mexico, the majority of people suffer from type 2 diabetes due to these sugary drinks. Despite being aware of all this, the Mexican government is unable to take effective steps because of Coca-Cola's significant political influence in Mexico. And here, there is less water and more coke. If we assume that Coca-Cola can do all this in Mexico, but it cannot be done in its own country, America, which has a strong political system, then we are thinking wrong. On August 28, 1941, during World War II, the US decided that it would provide its citizens with only 907 grams of sugar per month because at that time Japan had attacked Pearl Harbor and the US had to provide maximum support to its soldiers, not its citizens. Now, due to this decision, Coca-Cola came under threat because no one would drink Coca-Cola without sugar. But Willard, who was an American lawyer, convinced the US War Department to ensure that despite this rationing law, they continue to receive sugar, that Coca-Cola should be categorized as a war essential, similar to clothes and weapons. And guess what? Not to the US citizen, but Coca-Cola continued to get sugar. And along with other important things to the soldiers in the war, Coca-Cola also started being provided. The cost of shipping and cost of building plants of Coca-Cola were also paid by the UN government. Coca-Cola even went so far as to say that Coca-Cola is promoting American culture around the world, and it should be seen in conjunction with statements like patriotism and nationalism. Due to this, 64 new plants were established worldwide, resulting in over 500 crore drinks consumed by the US Army, and that too only during World War II. In addition, Coca-Cola also provided more than 1 lakh drinks. In addition, Coca-Cola also provided more than 1 lakh Coca-Cola to the enemy country of the US, the Nazi government of Germany. And later, when the US Army strictly instructed all companies that no company in the US would trade with Germany, Coca-Cola officially broke relations with Germany, but secretly launched a new company in Germany and developed a new drink for Germany, which was made from apple peels, cheese, and even lollipops. And the name for this drink was Fanta. Gradually, Fanta became Germany's most consumed drink, and post-war, all the profit from this new company was diverted to the parent company, Coca-Cola. Not only this, but there are allegations against Coca-Cola that when the caffeine content in Coke began to decrease, it extracted caffeine from coal. Bart Elmore, the author of the book Citizen Coke, The Making of Coca-Cola Capitalism, writes that when the demand for Coca-Cola increased, it entered into a deal with a company called Monsanto to produce caffeine and saccharin, which it needed to make Coke. When the demand for caffeine and saccharin increased, Monsanto did not want to lose the deal, so it adapted a new method of extracting caffeine from coal tar. If you are wondering if this is the same coal tar we use on the road, you are right. 1 spoonful of this synthetic caffeine extracted from coal tar contained as much caffeine as 28 cups, providing instant energy, but it also leads to anxiety and high blood pressure. Interestingly, Monsanto is the same company that developed Agent Orange. For those unaware, when the US was waging war in Vietnam, many US soldiers were dying in this war because the Vietnamese were engaged in guerrilla warfare, hiding behind vegetation. At the time, US Army asked Monsanto to create Agent Orange, which was a herbicide. Subsequently, the US Army used this herbicide from their airplanes and dropped it in Vietnam, leading to the destruction of the entire crop. The Vietnamese were no longer able to engage in guerrilla war, benefiting the US. However, a side effect of this was that Agent Orange from the airplane fell on the Vietnamese, causing changes in their DNA. And gradually, over 3 lakh people were affected. Some did not have eyes, some did not have hands, and the effects of this can still be seen in the people of Vietnam. But the question arises that If all these ingredients are present in Coca-Cola bottle, such as having 40% sugar, meaning almost half of the bottle of Coke is sugar, which leads to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart-related diseases. For color, it contains caramel E15OD, which the International Agency for Research and Cancer has identified as a substance that causes cancer in the human body. It contains phenyl, which if consumed in large quantities can lead to seizure and body failure in the human body. It also contains sodium benzoate, which when combined with the vitamin C forms benzene. Benzene is the gas found in petrol, pesticides, and factory smoke attacking our body cells. This slowly affects the liver, heart, and kidney. According to the official website of Coca-Cola, it contains bisphenol A. According to the official website of Coca-Cola, it contains bisphenol A chemical found not in Coca-Cola drinks but in the bottles and cans, which upon coming in contact with the human body mimics the female hormone estrogen, leading to early puberty and infertility in males. But the question is that nowadays the internet is available and people are intelligent, yet why isn't government banning it? The reason for this is that Coca-Cola uses a three-step formula. First is political influence and press manipulation. There is a person in Mexico, Vicente Fox, who started his career as a delivery boy for Coca-Cola and eventually got promoted to become the head of the Mexico department of Coca-Cola. And now what happened was that later he became the president of Mexico, and after becoming the president, Coca-Cola needed water to make Coke in Mexico, so his government gave him permission to use 22 water supplies. Not only this, but after this agreement, a program was run in Mexico according to which if any company purchased land, then all the rivers and water bodies flowing through it will also belong to them. So they started heavily funding GEBN, or Global Energy Balance Network. The main work of this organization was to do research on obesity and prove that all these diseases are not caused by food, but this is happening due to lack of exercise. For example, this is a research paper, What is Causing the Worldwide Rise in Body Weight, in which it is written that people's weight is increasing because they are becoming lazy and not exercising. Along with this, we can also see that it is written that the main funding of this research has come from Coca-Cola company. Apart from this, when research was done on Coca-Cola in the Center for Science and Environment in Delhi in 2022, pesticides were found which are also harmful, that they can cause birth defects and even cancer. But later, Coca-Cola sent samples of Indian Coke to the TN Nutrition and Food Research Lab in the Netherlands, and this research lab certified that all these cold drinks are absolutely safe and there is no harmful effect in them. The second secret of Coca-Cola's victory is extreme marketing. Coca-Cola has always believed that they have to sell emotions, not products. And that's why they always come up with ideas that connect their customers emotionally with them. Whether it is associating Coke with the emotions of Diwali or the vending machines installed in public places which give free Coke on hugging them, and their most famous campaign run in India, which we still remember, Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola, the aim of which was to subsequently associate the word cold, Thanda, with Coca-Cola in every Indian household, so that whenever someone asks if they would like to have cold or hot, and if they say cold, they will remember Coke. Apart from that emotional bond, Coca-Cola believes in one more thing, and that is its product is as valuable as it is hot. The more you will be seen, the more you will sell. That is why at a time when other companies around the world considered celebrities a risk for product endorsement, Coca-Cola chose Hilda Clark, a famous American actor and model, as their brand ambassador. They made her their marketing face. From the beginning, Coca-Cola wanted her to be seen everywhere, from the Times Square building in the USA to a small shop on the street corner. And because of this, Coca-Cola spent 1 lakh Indian rupees on advertising in 1901, which is 27 crore of today, which by 1911 became $1 million, that is 250 crore Indian rupees of today. That means their marketing spend increased 10 times in 10 years. And because of this marketing, by 1979, Americans were consuming 2 million Coca-Cola per day. But few years back, in 2022, Coca-Cola marketing budget was $4.6 billion. That means they spent as much money on marketing as 3 Burj Khalifas in just 1 year. Because of this marketing, no one paid attention to the FDA health guidelines issued in the 1980s, In these FDA guidelines, it was said that an average human should not eat more than 6 tablespoons of sugar in a day. Whereas Coke had 7 tablespoons of sugar, this clearly shows why, despite so many deaths in Mexico, Mexicans are not able to give up Coca-Cola. Finally, Coke's main weapon is the cradle to grave strategy. That is, make your consumer addicted to Coke as soon as he is born. This strategy is the best strategy for consumers. To execute this, Coke targeted children under the age of 5, and the means to reach those children are school vending machines. In this strategy, Coke started giving $3,000 every year to 10,000 schools, due to which the school will only display Coca-Cola products in the vending machines. And that's why gradually Coke started becoming the favorite drink of children below the age of 12. Along with vending machines, Coca-Cola was also available in free coupons, television ads, board games, Barbie dolls, free book covers. The logo of Cola kept on being seen by children, due to which Coca-Cola became the hero of children. But when parents protested a lot against Coke, in July 2003, Coca-Cola decided that they will not execute any marketing strategy for children below the age of 12. But in reality, it never happened, and they just removed their classical Coke and started keeping their own products in the school, which were orange juice flavored milk extra, which had more sugar than Coca-Cola. And they added another one in these vending machines. The product was named the Sunny. Yes, it was the same Coca-Cola water brand that was sent back as soon as it was launched in the UK, because the Sunny was found to contain bromide, which is a cancer-causing substance. By the way, it is so amazing. Coca-Cola deserves praise for its marketing strategy, that people will keep dying but will not stop drinking Coca-Cola.